Hi guys, it's Max here with dartsreviews.tv in association with dartsplanet.tv. We got a new dart erupting onto the scene from Mission. These are the lava darts. Really interesting design on this, and really nice colouring. I love black and red. I think it works really well. But what I do love is looking at this. It's a scallop dart, and I love a scallop. It gives me a really good push point, and I love a good push point. But what I think we'll do is we'll go and get these out over at the table so we can have a closer look. Yes, we're over at the table and we have the Mission Lava 95% tungsten darts. Really striking case there. You've got the large image of the dart barrel there. Then you've got like this magma lava volcano sort of pattern. You've got the name. It's all nicely sort of like accentuated with this like metallic writing. You got the weight up here and they're match rated to 0.05 grams. Mission logo down the bottom. Over on the back, got a little bit of a write up there from Mission. What's in the box? Again, they're match weighted. Some safety information, full image of the dart all set up, name, and obviously 95% tungsten. And on the barcode it will tell you the weight and everything as well. So let's get the darts out so we can have a look. So it comes in this plastic insert that's got like this velvet feel, does what it needs to, keeps everything in place. We've got the point holder down here with the 3 barrels already set up with its stems, and the flights hidden behind here, held in place with the stems as well. Everything it needs to, keeps everything nice and safe in the box. So let's get one of the darts out so we can have a closer look. Starting at the front, we've got a standard point there that's black coated, adds a bit more grip going into the board. Then we have this long flat tapered section with these like lava grooves cut in that really it's like dark, almost crimson red, and that's on both sides of the barrel. That continues into the scallop section, which has this sort of lava grip design, which is almost like a zigzag groove going round with a lateral groove as well. And again, it's all inlaid with that really vibrant sort of like crimson red. It's quite a big scallop section, lots of area to go with. You can either hold on the wider section, the narrow, or maybe at the front for a bit more of an extra push point. Then we go into the rear section where that lava pattern continues into the taper slightly, and we have that Mission etched logo as well. And then we go into the saber stem, which is a short, which is red and black as well. Dart balance feels okay. I do like the long taper. It adds lots of area to get a nice tight grouping. It opens up the sort of like treble when you got them in there. The grooves of that sort of like lava grip, they're not too deep. They're not square cut or anything, so they're not adding a massive amount of grip. Personally, I think you're getting more of a push point with the scallop than grip with the actual grooves, but it does add a nice textural feel to it, so you can get a nice sort of like feel for where you're holding the dart, so you can get a decent placement each time you're going to throw. But yeah, all in all, nicely balanced. Be interesting to see how it flies. Measurements for this, at its widest section, it is 7.3, and the barrel length is 50.0, so a decent length. It's definitely going to be interesting with this tape to see how close we can get some tight grouping. And I do love this lava engraved pattern. It adds another element that you don't really see on many darts nowadays. So yeah, let's head on over to the board and we'll have a throw. So we're over in the dart room with the Mission lava darts. I really like the look of these. I love the color system, and that lava-y sort of pattern really adds a great aesthetic to it. We've got that long taper at the front as well, so hopefully that opens up the treble and gives us some opportunity to get some really tight grouping. I'm going to have a couple of throws to get used to it, and then we'll go into our practice routine, so let's see how we get on. Oh, just slightly wide. Try to sneak that over the top. Only a 43, but it's quite tight. Let's see if we can tidy it up a little bit. Oh, and a nice steady 60. I'm getting a consistent release with it. The grooves and that in the sort of like lava-y sort of grip, they're not too deep, so they're not adding a lot of grip to it, but I'm relying on the scallop to give me a bit of a push point, which is giving me the power through the air. And the fact that it's a 95% tungsten, it's a really thin sort of like dart where I'm holding, and it's keeping the weight just where it needs to. So yeah, let's go into our 201 practice routine. Game on. Oh, pulled that last one down, 85, we've got 116. That was me dropping my arm, not the dart. Or just drops it at the top there. We've left ourselves 20. Let's see if we can get this double. And there we go, in one dart. Doing in 7 darts, more than happy with that. I sort of dropped my arm a little bit on one of those. I think I could have done a little bit better. But the dart itself was nice and clean and consistent. Having that taper does open up the possibility of getting some really tight grouping. And the weight balance sort of like felt really, really nice. I got a nice angle of entry each and every time. So yeah, let's have a final thought. Well, a little bit unlucky not to do as a little bit better with this. I've done it in 7 darts, which I'm more than happy with. But the dart felt really, really nice. I love that taper at the front. It gives you lots of close grouping potential. And that scallop was pretty much just in the right sort of place for me to give me a really good push point. The grooves themselves weren't too deep or anything, so you weren't slipping in, which is why I'm only going to give it a grip rating of 1.5. I was debating giving it a little bit higher because it is a sort of like scallop dart, and that's usually a little bit higher. But because those grooves are so shallow, they look absolutely amazing and add a little bit more of a grip element, but not as much as I would most probably have hoped. The weights that this come in is 22 and 24 grams. It's a 95% tungsten dart, so it works quite well. It keeps all the measurements down, especially with the scallop, because obviously a scallop is going to be slightly thinner than the rest of the dart. But sorry, excuse me. Price point for this for a 95% tungsten dart is actually really, really good as well, especially with all the extra milling that's gone into this. It is only £64. That's an awesome price. And with the way that the dart flies and the way it feels, I think that's could possibly be a daily change for me in the future. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to have a few more throws, I think. If you've got a set of these and you've been throwing them for a little while, it'd be awesome if you could let us know how you've been getting on with them, because it helps other people make their mind up. They can't get to a dart shop or try other darts, so it's really good to get some different points of view. If you've got any questions or anything, head on down and let us know as well. We will try and get back to you when we can. Make sure you head on over to dartsreviews.tv and dartsplanet.tv. Lots of articles, reviews and stories on there, and there's something new called Superfans. There's some big savings to be had and lots of giveaways as well, so make sure you go and check that out. Make sure you tick subscribe and tick the notification bell. Lots of stuff coming up in the future, and as always, come back and check us out again soon. Bye.